Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about how to maintain focus for 7-hour-long language study sessions. And I know that it sounds absolutely daunting, and I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I don't do this often. However, when I do have the time, like for example, when I'm in vacation, I do this a lot. And I think that it is important for us to talk about focus because although I'm not doing 7 hours a day, sometimes I do like 3 hours, 4 hours, which are still very long study sessions. So I want to talk to you exactly how to maintain focus for a long period of time. Also, I want to mention that these long study sessions are indeed representative of how much I enjoy languages, and they are symbolic of the fact that I do have a good system when it comes to maintaining focus and having a high motivation. Obviously, this is not intrinsic. I do reward myself and I use a lot of psychology in order to be able to do this. So I'm going to give you my best tips and tricks in order for you to be able to emulate what I'm doing, and so that you also can study for a very long time without getting distracted. Because here, I think that the main idea of this channel is that we are combining play with hard work. And I think that this is the best system for somebody to not get bored and start doing something that they would actually enjoy. Because if you enjoy work, then you're just having fun. So let's just start with the video. So in order to understand focus, first we need to break it down. Focus is made up of two things. The first thing is flow and the second thing is motivation. So flow has kind of been a buzzword for like personal growth books in past years, and what it basically means is a mental state in which a person is fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus. So you have probably experienced this several times unknowingly. For example, when you watched your favorite movie for the first time, your eyes were probably glued to the screen and nothing actually could distract you. And in getting so focused in the story and so absorbed, you didn't think about anything else. There were no ruminations going through your head. There were no ideas. You were just absolutely immersed in the plot. And actually, it didn't feel tiring. You felt energized because you felt like you were being part of the movie. So in essence, we want to hack the system and see how we can make our language routine or our language study sessions feel like as though we're watching a movie. In order to do that, we need to understand flow a little bit better. And the best way that I found to explain this was actually through the theory or the philosophy of Taoism. I basically read a little bit, and Taoism has this word in Chinese, which it's Wu Wei. I don't actually think that I'm pronouncing it correctly. Actually, I highly doubt that I am because I don't speak Chinese. However, this is translated to three things: non-action, effortless action, and the paradoxical, the non-action of action. This three words all entail the same thing. They basically emphasize the idea that if we are present in the moment, our actions will flow effortlessly. So in order for us to implement that into our study routine, we have to motivate ourselves to be present in the moment. I know that sounds a little bit cliche, but we can actually break this down further. So in order to get a better idea of how to be present in the moment, we can compare this idea of Taoism to the idea of productivity in the West that we have. In the West, we actually think of struggling and working harder and harder and harder and getting more, and like seeing our tiredness as a evidence that we are actually being productive. However, struggling to achieve a goal is not an effective technique. If you've ever tried to lose weight, for example, and you don't like your diet and you're struggling to get through your day because you feel like you don't have enough food in your stomach, you understand that this technique of dieting is not successful. You're struggling and your brain actually doesn't like to struggle. It likes to just be in the moment, be present, and be absorbed in the experience. So in this sense, we need to decode our brain and find a study routine that actually just engrosses us without actually having to do any sort of needless effort. But first, we need to understand what captivates our attention, what captivates our brain. And I think that in the realm of language learning, that is really storytelling. Storytelling just evolutionarily has worked as a technique for humans to connect with each other. And actually, storytelling does have a neurological reaction. In humans, we actually release oxytocin when somebody is telling us a story or when we are telling a story to others. Another reason why our brain likes storytelling is because it formats everything within patterns, and our brains like patterns because they are predictable and they also make the information very easy to memorize and easy to learn. Actually, there have been studies that say that if facts are ordered within a story, they're 20 times more likely to be remembered. So this is an incredible fact that we can exploit to our favor. Another reason why storytelling is so fantastic is because it appeals to every single type of learner. Visual learners can imagine things and visualize the story in their minds. Auditory learners can focus on the words and the voice of the storyteller. And kinesthetic learners can remember the emotional experiences and the feelings that were elicited in them by the story. So I think that stories in general are just a great way for us to be able to learn languages. And another thing that I want to tell you is that they are so incredibly and easily accessible. As an update to my How to Learn Languages with YouTube video, I actually found several channels in German, French, Italian, and Portuguese, which I have been watching daily. That actually delineate real life stories from people who submit their stories, and then their stories are made into cartoons. They are super entertaining. You can use the subtitles, and because they're cartoons and they're talking about daily life, they use basic language that is perfect for a beginner or an intermediate and even an advanced learner to maintain the language or to improve their vocabulary. So I will post a picture or link the channels below so that you guys can check it out. And I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, because I think that focus is one of the most elemental things that a language learner needs if they want to really be successful in their language learning journey. So subscribe down below and I will see you next week. Also, I think that you guys should tell me for how long you can focus, and what is the thing that makes you focus the most? What is the thing that you find yourself doing that really allows you to concentrate? I think that would be great for us to know, so you can also help others with that kind of information. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.